Today I'm going to show you how to put rock rails on your Bronco, and I'm going to save you a lot of headaches if you're trying to buy things off Facebook Marketplace. Roll the intro. So I bought a set of two-door rock rails off Facebook Marketplace. I got them for a pretty decent price, about $150. Ford wants $700 for them. I'm not doing that. But they didn't have the hardware. So I went around Facebook Marketplace and bought a four-door set that was for $50 so I can get the brackets. Well, guess what? The four-door brackets don't fit the two-door Bronco. How do I know? Because I did it. So I went online, I got the part numbers that fit the two-door. Now I did this side already, but what should have taken 10 minutes took forever because of one thing. This. Something that should have taken 10 minutes took 2 hours because of... Now, if you remember, I put the pinch welds on. Yes, it matters that much. Even this little bit will throw the whole thing off so they don't line up. I was sitting here for an hour on my back, crawling. Why is it not going in? How come the bolts aren't going in? And then I realized it's the stupid pinch weld covers that I put on. It's not going to line up. The bolts going in and up. So removed them. Boom. Right on. What should have taken 10 minutes took 2 hours. So let's get into it on the other side, and I will show you. I'm showing you this so you learn from my mistakes. Some days I can't really do much, and other days I can. Today was a good day. I feel good, so I feel like doing and tackling some projects. So I'm tackling this. So we're going to do this side. Let me show you now. But first, let me undo my pinch weld covers. All right, so I removed the pinch welds. And what I meant by before was sometimes I can't do the things that I used to do, and some days are bad and some days are good. Today was a good day, and I felt I can tackle something that didn't seem too hard to do until these. So I'm saving you this. I really am. Believe it or not, this will really, you have to take these off before you try to install it, because this little tiny bit will throw that off with the bracket that we're about to install, which is this bracket. They do not come on the truck when you buy it. You have to go in and order it separate through Ford. I think it was like $60 for two with all the bolts. So I'll show you. You don't have to crawl into the truck. If you could just sit here and reach up and feel around these two things. But I'm going to try to flip the camera around so you can see how it slips in there. So there you can see the bolt, right? That's for this to go up. So let me try to reach up there with my hand and do this. It's hard to do. Actually, you know what? Let me just put this like this. And let me try to feel my way up there. And this should just... Well, it should just go right in. Let me feel around up there. There it is. Right. So there you go. It slides in just like that. Locks into place. This is the bolt for the step. The other bolt's right here, up in here. So I'll show you. So you take this bolt, which is the bigger one, which is W712154-S439. That's this, okay? You're going to need 4 of these. So this goes up, where is it? Right here. And that goes in there to hold the bracket on. And then you tighten that up with a 10 millimeter, 11 millimeter, hold on a minute. A 13 millimeter. Ooh. Again, you don't have to crawl underneath there, you can just feel your way around. It basically just slides in, and you just put the bolt in like I'm doing here. And that's it. For that, that's how you put the one bracket on. You'll need one for each side. Now, I don't know how to do a 4-door bracket. I'm sure there's more than one bracket, but again, the 2-door brackets are not the same as the 4-door. They are not identical. I promise you, you're going to go through a lot of headaches like I did trying to figure out, because these holes down here don't line up with them for some reason. They're in different spots. So I'll put the part number again, what you need right there in the picture. Okay, so now that's in place. The bracket's in place. You can see the holes line up. And where the four-door bracket didn't line up, and I was going crazy. I was trying all these different things, and that's how I found out. So I'm trying to save you. I'm saving you. And I guess this applies for side steps too. So you're going to need these for the side steps. Same brackets. Now, I need 2 hands for this, but you can see the holes there. You can see the holes here. These 2 things, these 2 things. You just line them up, slide it in. Just like that. They lay right in there. Hey. Now, we get to bolt in the other 2, put nuts on the back of these things, which I found nuts. I don't know what part number the nuts are, but I found nuts that fit on the back of those. Why don't you just screw the nuts onto the back here, like that. And you can tighten them up with a socket if you wish. Now, the bolt you're going to use on the bracket side is right here. W71498-S439. That's going to bolt to this bracket, which you can see right there. See? Oh, no. Try to feel around in there, and it should just screw in just like that. Like I said, it should take 10 minutes to do, but because of the pinch welds, it got very angry. It literally is just like 2 minutes of your time. And that also, just by the way, is a 13 millimeter. Just giving you a heads up. So, you just tighten it up. That's it. Now for the front part, you're going to use the same bolt that they used to put up on that bracket for the front part of this, which is this part number, W71215-4-S439. And once that's in there, it's also a 13 millimeter. Now you're going to need 4 of these, okay? 1 for each side for the front part of the bracket, and then 2 for the back bracket to hold the bracket on. So let me tighten this up. All right, there you have it. She's on, and I used a 10 millimeter to put the nuts, tighten the nuts. And you go back around and tighten everything up like you do a flat tire. Like if you're changing a spare, go 1 here, there. I did that. Now this is on. Ain't going nowhere. I like it. As for the pinch welds, I'm probably going to get some rhino liner on a brush, by the can of the brush, and I'm going to go up in here and touch it up. I may even take these off and do it. I don't know. I can't stand this. There they are. They're done. They're on. If you liked what you saw here, like, comment, and subscribe.